Like this video and subscribe to the channel right now, and get 1 week of amazing luck. The jungles and forests of Earth have terrified the human race for years. There's just something unsettling about not knowing what could be lurking behind the next tree. That hasn't stopped us from exploring them and searching for lost cities and treasures rumored to be inside. In recent years, the world has become a much smaller place, with everything mapped out and no location hidden from satellites. However, the jungles still hold their secrets, with large amounts of land still unexplored, tribes unmet, creatures undocumented, and things are never seen before hidden beneath their thick canopies. Here are the creepiest jungle discoveries ever made. Number 10. The Amazon Rings. There are a series of ring-shaped ditches throughout Brazil and the Amazon that predates the rainforest. These structures remain a mystery to archaeologists, who are unsure what and how they got there. They suggest that they may have been used as burial grounds or as a kind of defense, but no one's certain. More theories speculate on their marks left by UFOs that once landed there, even though there's no confirmation that they exist. Another possible reason for the rings is that the region's early inhabitants constructed them. The question is how they managed to create them, as there were no tools to do that, and there's also no proof that there were sophisticated tools at the time because there's no documentation of that level of sophistication, but doesn't mean it doesn't exist. If you have answers about how these rings came about, let us know in the comments section below. Number 9. The Sentinelese People. The San Alessi people are the most isolated tribes known on the planet. They live in the jungle of a North Sentinel island in the Indian Ocean, and are known to be over 60,000 years old. These people have vehemently refused any Western influence. In fact, they would kill anyone who dared come close to them. Their language is unclassified, and they don't want anyone studying it either. Several research teams that have approached them are often chased with spears and arrows. The tribe has about 500 people, but they still live well and do practically everything for themselves. The real mystery about this tribe is how they managed to survive the 2003 tsunami that nearly swept the entire Andaman Islands. They were thought to have all died in the disaster as they lived in the direct path of the tsunami, and after the event, a helicopter flew above the area to find signs of chaos, but found none. When the men sighted the helicopter, they came outside waving at it to leave immediately. It is mysterious how civilized people are not well equipped to withstand the effects of natural disasters while a primitive community excels at it. Number 8. The Boiling River. In the Peruvian Amazon jungle, a river kills everything that falls into it. It can reach over 93 degrees Celsius while steam often rises from the surface. There's no explanation as to how this water body came to be. Still, some theories suggest a drilling company accidentally ruptured the geothermal system that released gases from inside the earth into the river. The locals debunked this claim and say that the water is a place that wields huge spiritual powers. They often gather to sing songs and offer prayers on the riverbank in anticipation that their requests will be answered faster. Not only is this boiling river intriguing to read, but you'll also find the place one of the most breathtaking sights to see. Number 7. The Stone Head of Guatemala. Researchers found a colossal stone head in the 1950s. The face of the structure was so unusual that it elicited several questions. The face had a large nose and thin lips that faced the sky. The image resembled a Caucasian man. But this may not have been the case, and there was no contact with Caucasians at the time. A researcher claimed that the head was destroyed by anti-government rebels who targeted it because there were countless mysteries surrounding the structure. The filmmakers thought about doing a documentary on it. They claimed that it was proof that extraterrestrials had contact with ancient humans unlike previously thought. During documentary filming, an archaeologist said that the monument had no characteristics of Olmec, Maya, or Noodle civilization. A superior civilization invented it, but there's no record of its existence on the planet, although the region is famous for its stone heads. There is none compared to the one found in Guatemala. Number 6. FleshEating Parasite. A team of explorers uncovered the lost city of the monkey god in 2011 in the La Mesquita jungle. The city is said to have been abandoned by the Aztecs in 1520 after a flesh-eating disease broke out. Since then nobody has heard a word from the area. Locals believe that the city's inhabitants were cursed by gods who sent plagues to exterminate them. Douglas Preston was one of the team members sent to investigate the city. He authored a book where he detailed his team's experiences. The greatest shock occurred when the team contracted the flesh-eating disease. If they hadn't sought medical treatment, they would have lost their faces. The researcher explained that the parasite migrates to the mucous membrane of the mouth and nose and eats them. It eats the nose and lips until they fall off. Number 5. Lord Hanuman's giant footprints. Many people know Lord Hanuman as a devote of Lord Rama, but not everyone knows that there are still physical traces of his ancient presence on Earth. Researchers found giant footprints impressed into the solid stone where he is believed to have lived when he landed in different countries. Some of these footprints are hundreds of millions of years old. His footprint can be seen in Thailand, where he appeared in a book called the Ramakien. He also appeared in Maracoxie, where some legends disagree that it belongs to Lord Hanuman. The historic town of the Pakshi has a connection with the Ramayana. Locals in Sri Lanka have also found footprints believed to belong to this giant. Aside from these footprints, there are many other giant footprints across the world that suggest that there were super powerful beings who lived with the ancient people. The Vedic scriptures of the Bible even suggested that giants roam the Earth's surface. This is probably a confirmation. Number 4. Maracoxie. The Maracoxie are the Sasquatches of South America. They're huge ape-like beings that stand 3.7 meters tall. Although they may be primitive, they're intelligent, and they wield bows and arrows as they roam around the village. British explorer Colonel Percival allegedly encountered this creature while mapping out the jungles of South America in 1914. These beings were extremely hairy and lived north of a tribe called the Max Booby. They didn't speak any normal language, but grunted and were hostile to humans. After Percival's experience with the creatures, he authored a book to document his experience. He spoke of how he was attacked by the beast when he got close to their village. However, he could make it out alive because he fired gunshots that happened. In 1925 he disappeared to find the lost city and never returned. Reports say Maracoxie killed him and his team, while others say they may have died of starvation. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 3. Prehistoric stone balls. There are hundreds of large stone spheres across the Costa Rican jungle believed to have been constructed by prehistoric humans. For several years, scientists have buried their heads in research and how and why they were built. These spheres measure up to 2.4 meters in diameter and are nearly perfectly round. There are countless explanations for the phenomenon. The most famous of them is that they were built for religious purposes, but there isn't enough evidence to confirm this. To this day, no one knows how this stone found its way there, and how ancient humans managed to shape them into a perfectly round figure. It's also curious to know how they managed to move them through the thick trees in the jungle. The resources used to make them are found several miles from where they were found, making the discovery even more confusing. Who moved them and how? Number 2. The Lost City of Giants. In 2012, a lost city was discovered deep in the Ecuadorian jungle. It wasn't a normal city, but it is known as the Lost City of Giants. A group of explorers and some natives familiar with the area believe that the city is not a hoax. Reports say that the explorers found a set of massive structures, with the largest being 79 meters tall, and that it had an unusual shape. At the top of the pyramid is a polished stone believed to have been a sacrificial altar. It's these bizarre buildings that give the structure its name. Archaeologists believe that it was inhabited and built by giants because they were too high to be constructed by average humans. Another eye-opener in the research was the discovery of tools and artifacts. Many oversized tools were found in the area, and they were so huge that humans couldn't use them. Maybe this discovery lays to rest the fact that giants once roamed the face of the earth. Number 1. The Amazon rainforest alien. In 2011, 2 British tourists visiting Brazil's Minas region captured footage of what appeared to be an extraterrestrial being. The creature had been spotted in the background of a picture taken by a paranormal writer. It didn't resemble any life form known to humankind, but it was more humanoid than expected. What makes this discovery even more chilling is that the area is home to countless UFO sightings suggesting that aliens once lived there. The region was targeted by a high-end Brazilian government investigation in which the military was sent to monitor alien presence in the region. The operation lasted for years until the government gave up. Michael Cohen, the paranormal writer who took the photo, contacted Hollywood producers and asked that they use the photo as proof of alien life. I think they bought his side of the story and have worked on a film portraying it.